What if we're in a multi-generational home now and we don't even know it? Because all of the future, like I think, how are my kids going to afford a house?
Yeah.
In this market?
I was thinking the same thing, like the last
like
couple
they could
years.
be with us forever, Crystal.
Yep.
They could just.
I've told my husband that.
What is the perfect bite? That mix of flavors, textures, colors, and aromas that come together in one amazing amuse-bouche. Big ideas expressed in small bites. That's our podcast, a variety of inspiring topics to make your financial goals and dreams a reality.
Brought to you by Clark County Credit Union for your weekly serving of food reviews, financial education, and life hacks that your future self will appreciate. It's the perfect bite of interesting information to start your week. Welcome to episode 58 of The Perfect Bite. I'm Crystal Price.
And I'm Shannon Hiller. Let's dig in.
We love trying new dishes here at The Perfect Bite, and today we're sharing Shannon's first visit to a real sushi restaurant. Next, we're going to share a guide to multi-generational living, and finally, we'll discuss why you shouldn't hit the snooze button.
So that's right. I went to a real adult, grown-up sushi restaurant. We're always looking to try new places for you guys that you'll love. And I try to be adventurous. I know you do too, and go to new places.
I'm not on the sushi wagon
yet,
It
only took me 58 episodes of our podcast to be brave enough to try this sushi restaurant. So I can thank our coworker, Josh, for having a birthday and asking to go to this local gem. It's Sushi Fever. They're located on West Sahara near Buffalo. They have a solid 4 stars on Yelp. You know, sushi can be expensive, so this is definitely a splurge for his birthday. I wanted to mention that as we go. I'll say a few of the prices, but he basically ordered for us because I have zero skills in this area. So he's like, just let me order. Ironically, I did pick one thing that I thought sounded good. It ended up being my least favorite, and I should have just let him order the whole thing. So we ordered for the table, and we ordered mostly like sushi rolls, cut rolls, and then we got a few salmon and spicy tuna nigiri, which is just like the rice with the raw fish on top. And I think that was what I was the most afraid of eating, honestly.
That's what I'm afraid to eat.
Yeah. So I was just sitting there staring at me. I was like, let's do this.
Big old slab of
fish. Yep. Mm-hmm. And everyone just loves it so much. My husband loves sushi. He's even gotten my kids to like it, which I'm like, you guys are bougie getting to these sushi places, but because it's so expensive, I don't think it's worth it because I'm like, I don't like it, So anyway, we ordered a roll called I Love Jane. It was $17.95. Shrimp tempura, crab, avocado, and then shrimp topped with tuna, yellowtail, and the Screaming O sauce, which was delicious. The next one was called Carrot Top, which I thought was kind of funny given our Vegas. All the names were pretty fun. That was $18.95. That was a really popular one on Yelp, actually. Calamari tempura, crab, and shrimp, and then topped with tuna, salmon, yellowtail, and then deep fried carrot shreds, which I can't really describe. They looked like little, not like a carrot shred you would do on like a grater. They were tiny, little, really small, and then like deep fried.
Yeah.
And it was this huge pile on top. Looked really cool.
So is it like a combination of like cooked and uncooked?
So like inside the roll would be kind of like the cooked, like the tempura calamari. And then on the top, it would be the raw tuna, salmon, or yellowtail. So it was actually really pretty because they would combine those different fish and like these like weave them over like almost like not a braid, but like it looked.
That's the thing that I think stands out for me the most is like how beautiful sushi looks. Like you look so beautiful, but I need to.
We'll just take a picture. And then the other one that I really liked was called the Austin Special. That was $15.95. Spicy soft-shell crab, tuna, shrimp with butter, and jalapeno. And so there's like, these were more like cut and then folded, like set on the side. And then there was like an onion and a jalapeno on top. Just like really, like you said, decoratively displayed. And then you had the Screaming O sauce. So the other thing was the salmon and spicy tuna nigiri. Those were about $7 for 2 pieces. And it's just, rice with raw fish. And I think I thought it was the texture, but I really just took like a smaller bite of it and I really liked it. Like I was surprised
you've
how much I liked it.
You've got to share with our listeners what you requested to.
Yeah. So they were probably embarrassed to be seen with me, but I said, can I just get a knife? Because I think if I ate a smaller piece here, I would be okay. Because I used to think it was the texture. But anyway, all you sushi fans are probably like, what is wrong with this girl? But I did. I cut that nigiri in half.
And it makes sense because that's like, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
You see that big old chunk there and you're like, I'm curious, but that's a big chunk. Yeah. So that's smart.
I'm just a, really delicate, sensitive person. I didn't want to eat all of it. So my coworkers were just like looking at me the whole time to see what I would do, and truly like not knowing if someone just gave me a bite of something, I thought it was delicious.
Yeah.
I really did. And I was full. I ate everything. I tried everything. I just kind of went in like, let's do this. So I was surprised how many things that I really liked. There were other things on the menu that if I would have not been peer pressured into ordering, there were different noodles, tempura vegetables, and different tempura seafood, baked sushi dishes, as well as a bento box lunch special that actually looked really good. You can come in there for lunch. I saw a lot of people ordering that, and they bring the box out. Just has like an egg roll, a California roll, edamame, like all different things. And so I think I would try that as well, but I think I'll be brave again and try some of the cut rolls that we didn't try last time. So yeah.
Give me your tips.
I think we'll convince a few coworkers to come too, because anytime sushi comes up, people are like, yes, let's go. So if you guys have a recommendation for a restaurant or dish for us to try, please send us a message at theperfectbite@ccculv.com. We are always open to new ideas. So in 2021 Home Buyers and Sellers Generational Trends report, it revealed that 12% of American homebuyers opted for multi-generational houses. Next up, Crystal will share the common reasons and provide a guide for multi-generational living to put you on a path to success. So why do you think more and more people are going this route with their homes?
I think in general, it's becoming more expensive to be a homeowner. Mm-hmm. The costs of buying a house are a lot higher than when we were just, starting. I think my first house, I bought it for like $125,000. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, I couldn't even.
It's impossible to find.
It's not. So a multi-generational home will give you opportunities that you wouldn't have. Some of the common reasons that have been noticed is that it allows them to take care of their aging parents, so you can invite them into your home. It also reduces childcare or babysitting costs, another perk. And also it can just save money in general on housing costs, everybody pulling together to pay those bills. If you're planning to build a multi-generational home, financial planning can help you be successful. Deciding how you guys are going to live together is one thing, but actually making it work is another. So this pre-planning will help give you what's required from each family member to contribute to either generate income or minimize expenses. Here's some tips that we pulled from an article from Money Geek. So the first thing is to set clear expectations. Before you want to assign responsibilities, it's really crucial to determine the cost of the down payment, monthly installments, and home insurance, in addition to reoccurring costs such as food, groceries, and utilities. I think that's in general, even if you're not doing a multi-generational, you need to understand all of the parts of that payment, that monthly expense of living there. So when you are going to go in with it, you can kind of divide up, okay, this is how much you need to contribute. This is how much I need to contribute.
This happened with my parents, actually. They moved to a new home knowing my grandma would be moving in with them for the very first time. Okay. And so it was determined that any improvements, she had a casita that was needed some modifications for her with her physical limitations. And so like the home was purchased by my parents, but any modifications that had to happen to her area, she paid for.
Okay. That makes
so
sense.
It was like kind of predetermined who's going to do this.
Chip in. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so the next thing on the list is, again, dividing the expenses. Once you've calculated all the housing costs, determine the contributing family members, it's time to assign who will pay for what. So working families may be assigned to pay for, say, the home insurance. If you're a resident, like you said, for the mother-in-law, she had to contribute to the modifications that she wanted to make. So splitting it those ways.
Or like splitting food, like that makes sense, right? Like we're going to consume that every day. So we should all pitch in for that.
And next up is splitting responsibilities. So for elderly family members who could not contribute monetarily, they may help with working family members with kids, helping pick them up from school, daycare, things like that. Maybe even household chores, cooking, cleaning, doing repairs at home. So there are ways to contribute that are not monetary that help with the successfulness of the household in general. So yeah,
you know what I was thinking when I saw this topic? What if we're in a multi-generational home now and we don't even know it? Because all of the future, like I think, how are my kids going to afford a house?
Yeah.
In this market.
I was thinking the same thing, like the last
they can be with us forever, Crystal. Yeah. They can just.
I told my husband that. He was like, I was like, 18 is not like the cutoff. Like people are not moving out. Like they may be here into the 20s. Mm-hmm. So let's just make sure they've got a good space, you know, assign out those duties.
Right. I would say divide expenses now.
Yes.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Plan for the future.
That's
exactly.
Right.
We might not know. All right. Now we're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsor.
Clark County Credit Union members have received more than $73 million in bonus dividends since 2001 just for using the credit union services they need every day. Since CCCU is owned by our account holders, they earn the dividend, not shareholders. This year, we returned a $2.6 million bonus dividend to members with auto loans, credit cards, and checking accounts. Open an account today and start earning your own bonus dividend. Funds privately insured by American Share Insurance.
So next up is our Future Self segment inspired by the Happiness Project. Nothing can contribute more to happiness in the very near future than sleep. We have some reasons you should not hit the snooze on your alarm from an article from cnet.com. So literally hit the snooze this morning. So I'm curious and interested to cover this today. So why should you not hit snooze? It doesn't help you feel more rested. And I really believe that. I can feel that today, actually. So we snooze our alarm. We just need, 5 to 7 more minutes, whatever it is on your clock. But the sleep you get after snoozing isn't productive. It's fragmented sleep that might make you actually feel more tired. So this could compromise your attention span, cognitive ability, and negatively impact your mood. So even if you didn't get enough sleep, it's better just to get up than to roll over and ignore your alarm. So are you a snoozer? Do you hit snooze?
I was a snoozer, but actually, so I put this on our list to kind of research deeply. Mm-hmm. I was listening to something and they had mentioned this and I was like, this is so right because, I would hit snooze and it's like that point where you kind of fall back into maybe a dream and you're like so intent, like the dream is intense. And next thing you know, the alarm's waking you back up again and it's like,
jarring.
It's jarring. So I have tried to not since the last couple months.
Good job. So the second reason not to hit snooze is it can mess up your sleep cycle. And we talked about this a little bit in a previous episode where we covered how important sleep is to wake up at the same time and kind of set those rhythms. So I thought this was right in line with that. So it can still lead to oversleeping, which disrupts your body's internal clock or circadian rhythm. So really that's your way of your body naturally regulating. Like this morning, we didn't have school. My kids still got up at 6:30 and I was like, buddy, why'd you wake up? And he's like, I just did. Like I didn't have an alarm or anything. Mm-hmm. So that is a good sign that their bodies are on this natural rhythm. So experts recommend you go to sleep and wake up within the same time frame every day. And your body just wants that routine. So you're going to mess up your cycle here if you keep snoozing because your body's like, which is it? Wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep. So when your alarm sounds the next time you're in the middle of a REM stage, that just leaves you really tired and groggy. So Crystal, like you were going back deep into sleep again and then waking up again, that just kind of messes you up. So your body just isn't sure when it's supposed to go to sleep and get up, and this just can affect your ability to fall asleep the next night. Lastly, we're going to cover some tips to stop snoozing your alarm. And the first one was improve your sleep hygiene. And hygiene just refers to everything that goes into going to sleep, your habits, what you do before you go to bed. And so that could mean even, your nightly routine, limiting screen time, and then taking a shower before bed, something like that, whatever relaxes you.
Makes me think of like babies, like
yes, I thought that too.
The whole process, play all day or whatever, eat, get messy, give them a bath, and then they're ready for sleep. Mm-hmm. And so same thing, just very relaxing.
Yes. Treat yourself like a toddler. That's a good piece of advice. Number 2, get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. I know I use my phone as my alarm and it will show me how much sleep I'm going to get. Yeah. Do you look at that?
I do. It'll be like, okay, 8 hours and 12 minutes until your alarm goes off. And I'm like, okay, cool. Go to bed now.
Yeah. Your numbers sound good. The third, set realistic alarms. And that just means you're not going to get up at that time because you went to bed too late. Don't put that 5 o'clock a.m. jog time, like just put 6:30, like you know you're gonna do
that
anyway, you know.
I've done, so I told you I don't hit the snooze anymore. So what I do is I calculate what my snooze would be. So instead of waking up 6:30, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna snooze 5 minutes. My alarm is at 6:35. Like I'm trying to like convince my mind, like, okay, you're getting that 5 minutes,
and it's better sleep that you're actually getting. It's deeper sleep. Random side note: my old roommate in college, she always woke up to a number that added up to 9.
Oh,
isn't that funny? She just loved the number 9.
The people that have to have like knock on the door 9 times, like if it's one of those traits.
Yes, I know. So it'd be like instead of 6 o'clock, it would be 5, 40, 30, whatever. She would figure out a time to wake up. So
interesting.
Yeah. All right. And the last one, get out of bed when your alarm goes off. This is for my teenage daughter. Just get up. Once the alarm goes off, you need to move your body, sit up, stand up, whatever.
And that's what I heard. Kind of change that routine. Don't lay down. Get out. Like sit yourself up. Grab a drink of water or something.
There you go.
Once you do that, your body will be like ready to go. Yes. Just that first step.
So on occasion, if you need to snooze, it's fine. But just be mindful that you don't make it a bad habit, because really there are some negative effects that can come from snoozing on the regular.
We want to hear from you. Send us your financial questions or money topics that you'd like to learn more about, and don't forget any fun local food recommendations. Our email is theperfectbite@ccculv.com.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode, brought to you by Clark County Credit Union. For additional money management tips and financial calculators, check out our website at ccculv.org. Now that was the perfect bite.